traded away Yannick Ngakoue. This may not be the best team to use to make the example, but they did just beat the first-place Packers, so who knows?
Next up, the Rams are the NFL's worst 5-win team. Is that an overreaction?
It's not an overreaction. 4 of their 5 wins are against NFC East teams. How many times have we talked about the NFC East and how there aren't any good teams in it? Look, the Rams looked awful against Miami, and a rookie quarterback on Sunday. I mean, the rookie quarterback didn't even have to do anything. Miami beat them with defense and special teams. The Rams need to get something going. Jared Goff looks like a mess.
And here's one more. Despite the Steelers' 7-0 start, the Chiefs are still the best team in the AFC. Overreaction or not?
It's not an overreaction. I still have the Chiefs as the best team in the AFC and the NFL. Look, I think they're on cruise control. I think they're just kind of, yes, they lost to the Raiders. Yes, every now and then their defense can have a bad day, but usually when you watch them, they're a lot better than the other team on the field, and they know it.
It's an interesting way to look at it as I bring the rest of the squad in for this conversation here. And Jeff Saturday, I will come to you. As the question is, who is the best team? And the whole crew is here as well. But I will start with you, Jeff. Who, in your opinion, is the best team in the NFL?
I'm still going Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, when you talk about in totality this team, and now you're going to add, Browns coming in this week. Hopefully Godwin gets back healthy defensively. This team, they played bad yesterday, and let's be honest, right? They looked ugly against the Giants. Everybody's a prisoner of the moment. They're going to talk about, they got exposed by the Giants, run the ball, all those things. But at the end of the day, this football team is very good. They turn the ball over on defense. With Brady in this offense being the second best part of the team, this team's still the best team in the NFL.
Okay, and so again, we heard Graziano. He already took Kansas City, so we can put that one up on the board as well. And that brings us to Greg. Greg, who do you think is the best team in the NFL?
What more do we have to see from the Pittsburgh Steelers? I mean, at what point are we going to start to acknowledge this team's continuity and the fact that Big Ben, remember, didn't play hardly at all last year, the guy's only getting better. And in an empty set on Sunday, they kind of found an identity. He was 18 to 20 from an empty formation, getting the ball out of his hands quick, making good decisions, being accurate on some of those throws, and identifying matchups that are really advantageous to the Steelers offense. Plus, they get home, rushing the passer. They pressure the opposing quarterback on 40% of the opposing quarterback's dropbacks. They can do it on both sides of the ball. They're built to win in the playoffs as well.
That's the one I've been waiting for. So we have 3 votes for 3 different teams. Marcus might settle this one. Swagoo, who's the best team in the NFL in your opinion?
It's the Chiefs. And listen, I was teetering with Tampa Bay, and I was teetering with the Steelers as well. But it's the Chiefs. Have we forgot that Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs? We've seen this defense be opportunistic. We've seen Spagnuolo and that unit step up in the moments that they've needed to. And we also have a little bit of fatigue about the Kansas City Chiefs. But let's keep this in the confines of what we are seeing football wise. We understand that teams are getting better. We understand that some teams have even built themselves in order to get to this point to try to beat the Chiefs. I agree that Tampa can put offensive firepower close to the Chiefs, if not better, on the field. But Patrick Mahomes is the guy that settles the debate for me, and he's the common denominator between who's the best team and who's not.
Well, that question has been up on my Twitter page for several hours now, and here is what the fans are thinking. They agree with those saying Kansas City, but it's pretty tight with the unbeaten Steelers. And then you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers well behind them. Last night did not do a good job of making their case, but it does seem to me there's a good reason to support each and every one of these teams. So we are now roughly halfway through the NFL season. So I'm going to give everybody on the panel today 30 seconds to give us one thing that you have learned to this point. And Dan Graziano, you are first up. 30 seconds. What have you learned from the first half of this season?
That a great quarterback can cover up pretty much any problems you have. I think we're seeing that with what's going on in New England without Tom Brady there. I think we're seeing it in Seattle with Russell Wilson there. Heck, I think you see it a little bit in Cincinnati where Joe Burrow is making up for some things and keeping them competitive. It's all over the league, and if we ever needed any more proof of it, obviously Brady in Tampa and New England struggling without him is probably the best example we've seen.
I like that. So the idea that sometimes people say, we overvalue the quarterback position, you're telling us maybe we undervalue the quarterback position. Jeff Saturday, you're next. 30 seconds. What have you learned in the first half of the season?
Brian Flores is a legit coach. He's got the Miami Dolphins humming. And you look at the Miami Dolphins, no one talked about them preseason. All they talk about is Tua and what he's going to do in the future and all those things. He's got this defense playing out of its mind. They're all young players. They're explosive. They're scoring on defense, special teams. He's got the trust of this football team, and a team that I had nowhere on my radar before the season. Give Brian Flores a ton of credit and respect. This guy is definitely coach of the year or in that conversation at this point in the season.
Yeah, of all the Belichick disciples right now, he is looking like he's among the best. Swagoo, you're next. Give me 30 seconds. What have you learned in the first half of the season?
Yeah, G, how important it is to have a preseason OTAs and all season. I know as a former player, I got former players saying, man, shut up. But the bottom line is this, man. We've seen the injuries pile up week in and week out. And I think that preparation for your body and actually getting in football shape without having to play legitimate games, and you kind of go through some of the rigors of dealing with a few injuries, a few nicks here throughout the preseason and training camp that eventually calluses you up to get the season going. It's been an unfortunate year so far up to injury, and I think it has a lot to do with the offseason not being available.
That's a really good point. And finally, Greg McElroy, your last up here. My cleanup hitter, 30 seconds. What have you learned in the first half of the season?
That the future of the quarterback position in the NFL is incredibly bright. We're almost to the point where you're having to pass the baton. We know that Brees is aging, Brady's aging, but if you think about the quarterbacks that are under the age of 25 years old, the league is in remarkable hands. Because at 25, that means, guys, right, you still have 18 good years of football left if Tom Brady's any indicator. Pat Mahomes and Lamar Jackson are clearly established. But how about the rookies? We got Justin Herbert, who's playing out of his mind. Joe Burrow's been a real bright spot. Feel really good about the youth at the position. So many different guys under the age of 25 that are already having a positive impact on their team.
That's a good one there. Well done. Okay, so that's what we've learned as we approach the halfway point of the season. Only one piece of business left before we turn it over to First Take, but it is the one we've been waiting all morning for. It is time for Jeff Saturday to serve up some pancakes for us.
Set him down is a keeper. That is a Tuesday staple.
Get some of this. Get some of that. 1 pancake, 2 pancakes, 3 pancakes. Ooh!
All right, Jeff Saturday handing out his pancakes. Graziano and I have ours with us this morning as well. But Jeff, go ahead, hand out your pancake blocks this morning as we sat him down.
Oh, I can't wait. And we're going to start with the Ravens. Watch Orlando Brown. I actually played with his dad, Zeus. Look at him pulling up in here. Get some of that action right there, Greeny. You know what, that TV, his eyes looked like pancakes as he saw him coming around the corner. He was thinking, yeah. No. Boom. Take him to his back. Nasty little play. I'm giving him 1 pancake, though, because he gets ricocheted at the end a little bit and almost goes down himself. Big man's got to drop that weight. Make sure nobody gets him after he gets somebody, all right? Number 2, listen, this is from Thursday night. I want you to watch Winstrom. Oh, my word. Good, great, like, never saw it coming, lasers in, he wants it, all of a sudden he peeks his head, foul, almost knocked him unconscious, a nasty play by Winstrom. 2 pancakes for that one. That shot right there knocking him right to his back, a thing of absolute beauty. And here we'll go on the final. My final one is going to be a multitude of beauty right here. I just want you to watch the picture. Bradbury, the center, starts it, chops him down. Hey, look, legs up, face is about to hit the turf. That means it's a win for the offensive line. The left guard's going to clean up, and then we're going to have a third and final. Look, Cook puts his hand on his back. Go get some, my big man. Chops him down. Everybody talks about Dalvin Cook. How nice is this? We're giving him 3 pancakes, Greeny, because you saw 3 dudes get some of that action.
I love it. There's nothing better. Jeff, is there anything more enjoyable in the career of an offensive lineman than those moments on the field?
Oh, such a thing of beauty. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful right there to watch the physicality and an athlete in space. That's what it's all about. Y'all think those little DBs and receivers are athletic. The big men are real athletes. Pick us first when we're at the gym.
Hey, Greg McElroy, I'm told you have a bonus pancake for us this morning?
I got a bonus. I need to see this one. How about a Save a Life pancake? It's not your traditional pancake, but how about this? How about Ryan Jensen right here? From center Jeff Saturday from center picking up the outside pressure. How does he get to that? Tom Brady's going to get drilled right in the back. That's the awareness pancake. How many pancakes we given that one? It's not a traditional, but man, I love the save the life pancake.
What do you think, Jeff?
I love it. You got to give him 4 because he's a center, scat protecting, bails out, and takes off of an old man who you know ain't escaping that hit. So give him 4 because he's keeping Brady vertical.
Would you have made that play, Jeff? Are you getting over there in time to protect Peyton's backside?
Absolutely. I'd have probably knocked that little dude down. I wouldn't have just hit him. I'd have fronted him and dropped him, Greeny. Don't push up on me like that now. Come on.
Guys, outstanding fun this morning. Thank you all for being here and being a part of this on this election day. We all understand what this is about today. And we wanted to have some fun here this morning and talk about some sports, and so we did. So all of you stay safe, stay healthy, go vote today, and thank you all very much for that. Meanwhile, I'll finish it up with Graziano as he and I finish our pancakes here together this morning. Anything we're hearing last moment on trade deadline stuff, what should we keep our eye on?
I think we are watching the Packers to see if they do something, because they usually don't. They don't. You have to be someone the caliber of Jeff Saturday to be someone the Packers bring in from the outside of the organization. So if the Packers make a move, you'll know it's